Hey, chess friends, it's Rafi Chaudhry here today, and today we're going to be playing a few tactical puzzles really quickly. The goal is for us to gain 100 rating points, so we're going to try to get 100 chess rating points in our tactical puzzles rating here. So we're starting in 1988, and our plan will be to get to 2088, hopefully. So let's get started. So in this first position, I'm going to go through these fairly quickly, but I will try my best to try to outline my thought process in these puzzles to you guys. So in this first puzzle, the first thing I like to look at when I look at these positions is I like to look at the material count. So 2 minor pieces, 3 minor pieces, and 2 majors. So we've got the 1, 2, 3 minors, 2 majors, and we've got the queens on the board, and there's a king, and there's 3 pawns, 6 pawns total for black, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pawns for either side. So it seems like materially it's pretty equal. So let's look at the forcing moves, which is captures and checks. So there's check here, check here. There's, let's see, any other captures here. There's a capture there, there's a capture there, capture here. I like to look at those kind of moves first. Checks and captures are typically most forcing moves. So check here doesn't make any, let's see, check here. He might just take with a queen and then I can get this piece, but then he can take back. So that doesn't make a lot of sense. We can look at taking here. Queen takes back on h6. And then do we have any discovered attacks maybe? Potentially knight to g4, but he takes and we can take. And we're just trading pieces. I don't know if that really does much for us. There's always c4 move that kind of does push this rook back. So I wonder if we can somehow take advantage of that. If knight c4, then there's bishop takes c4, so that doesn't work very well. If takes, queen takes, is there anything else that we're missing here with this idea? If c4 right away, then he can take here on g7 also. But then we can take the rook, so that doesn't help him much. If c4, say rook to b1, there's some knight d3 ideas. If we can somehow get the queen to move, then get the knight to move, then we have this rook hanging over here. Queen takes rook. So takes on h6, queen takes, then maybe we can play something like knight f3 check takes, and then we take the knight. Oh no, we don't have a bishop anymore. This is a tricky one. I don't know if we can. I don't know. I'm not seeing it exactly. So if that's the case, then let's try to pick an aggressive move that we can continue with. So what would be an aggressive move here that we could try to play? Actually, I do have an idea. After taking here, we can play c4, and that pushes the rook away, so then this is hanging. That's it. We've just solved it, and that's the answer right there. So we're at 2000 now. So let's continue on moving forward. All right, so in this position, we've got 4 minor pieces. Black has 4 minor pieces, 2 rooks to 2 rooks. Queen is on the board, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So materially things are equal. So let's look at the captures here. So capture, capture. There's check and capture, check here. That looks like that's it. Oh, there's queen takes also e5. So let's look at them. Right now our knight's hanging. So if knight d6, he just takes it. If knight takes c7, queen takes c7 is there. Is there a queen trap idea? Maybe this move. Does that trap the queen? Let's see. I think it does. Queen to a7 is taken. This is taken, that's taken, that's taken, that's taken, that's taken, that's taken. Pretty much everything is taken away from the queen. So if a5 though, there's knight takes here. Check. Okay, so he still can't take here on b5, even if he gets the bishop with our other knights protecting it. So let's go ahead and play this a5. Now it's a crucial moment. Which way do we take? I think there definitely makes a difference. So I think what we have to do is take with the pawn, because if queen takes and bishop takes here, there's an attack on our queen as well. So let's take this way. And let's win that piece. Okay, so two rooks to queen on the board, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 pawns for us. 1, 2, 3, 4 pawns for him. Let's look at the captures here. Capture here, check here. So those are the main things to look at. First of all, queen's guarding on f2, rook's guarding, king's guarding. We have 2 pieces attacking, 3 x-raying the attack. All pieces are. Another thing I like to look at is undefended pieces. If I see any undefended pieces, I like to quickly, focus on my attention on looking to see if I can somehow take advantage of those undefended pieces. All right, now everything looks kind of defended. So if rook takes, rook takes, rook takes, queen check, picks up the rook. What do we get? So rook takes f2, rook takes f2, rook takes, queen check. And then I can take this next move. So we're left with queen, and he's left with 2 pawns to our 4 pawns. No, he's got 3 pawns actually. So that's. What if we play this move? He can take though many different ways. So that wouldn't make a lot of sense either. If here, then he can always take. Doesn't have to take actually. He can just leave it there. Play rook to here. I feel pretty strong that this might be the move to go with. So let's go ahead and play it. Took with the queen. So now we can get the free queen here. Okay, so I'm not sure why he took with the queen. Why couldn't he take with the rook? I think after rook takes, there's a mate into, oh yeah, rook g1. And this is checkmate, that's why. Okay, on to the next one. So we're at 2012 right now. We've got a long way to go. We may have to break this up into 2 different videos, actually. All right, so we've got minor and major piece, 2 major pieces, 1 minor and a queen. So 2 majors, 1 minor and a queen. So we've got the 4 pawns for white, and then 4 pawns for black, all again equal position, even position. So the captures are here, here, here. There's a check here, check here, check here. So those are things we have to be careful of. Undefended piece looks like the queen. So let's look at each of those captures right now. So queen take. So first of all, let's look at the checks. So queen g7, queen h8 check doesn't make sense. b7 and 8. Sorry, b7 a8 doesn't make a lot of sense. Up here check, rook takes. That doesn't do anything either. Is there any queen trap ideas? Because the queen is kind of weirdly placed here. Don't see anything particularly. If bishop takes g3, pawn takes g3. What about rook here, rook here? He always has queen here. Why not just bishop takes here? What does he do after I just do that? Not sure. If I take there, he can take on g6, the knight. But I have a feeling that I can survive that attack, honestly. I have rook to g7, so sort of ideas. I'm going to go ahead and take this piece. And I wonder if I can play rook to g7 now. I don't see anything wrong with playing this now because I don't think he has anything. So yeah, that was a solution there. So let's move on to the next one now. So we've got the two minor pieces and then one major piece. So black has the two minor pieces and one major piece. Queens are on the board. And then black has 1, 2, 3, 4 pawns to our 4 pawns. So materially we're equal. So capture here, there's a check here, a check here. Yeah, those are the main things right now. So if rook to d1 check, he blocks the rook. Excuse me, we're taking with check. And queen has to take, or the knight has to take. If queen takes, then I'm not sure if we see anything there. What if queen a1 check happens? Hmm. There's this move. No, there's not. You can just take it, actually. Didn't see that. Thinking rook d1 check looks the most solid sort of move here. But I think wouldn't this be a queen trap? No, it wouldn't, because queen still has this, and he can take this. So I'm debating between the rook check or the queen check. I think the queen check, he just blocks it, so that doesn't make any sense. So let's just use process of elimination. Any other rook moves, maybe potentially here type of ideas are there? Not sure. I think this is the right move, first move at least. Or it could be this. Nah, it's probably this. So now we've got to take advantage of this somehow. Can we now play this move? Trap the queen? He still has here, but then I can play here. But now if I take, he can take with the queen. Hmm. Oh wow, if I play knight g6, his queen has to keep in touch with this rook, because otherwise I can take this with check here. I can follow up with this check, but I don't know if that gives me anything either though. But I think this taking here, queen takes, there's also queen to a1 to consider. But I think he can just take and I take back and he plays here. I don't see any kind of concrete way to do anything, so I think I'm gonna play this move. So he took that, and now we can probably take this guy. And yeah, so after this check, we just move away. And he doesn't have anything more. So yeah, that was the idea. I think one more move to consider here is after knight g6. Couldn't he have played... No, he couldn't have played anything else. He had to keep in touch with the rook. So what if he plays this? We have knight f4. I see. Here, okay. Then he can't stop this whole idea of checkmate threat and also taking everything. Yeah, that's the trick here. All right, so let's do the next one here. We've got 1, 2, 3 minors and 2 majors. So 1, 2, 3 minors, 2 majors. Queens are on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pawns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pawns. So black's up a pawn. We just took one of our pawns there. So capture. There is discovered threats with the bishop. There is a potential to attack the bishop here. There's this kind of loosish piece after I take this especially. So let's see. If knight takes, knight, queen takes, then I can take the bishop on d7. I'm pretty sure that this is probably the first move. Knight takes c5. So if that's the case, then I'm just making sure that this something like this is not the first move. If knight takes e5 is the first move, we can go ahead and safely play that now. Okay, so he takes there first. Now the question is, do we take with the queen and the pawn? So if you take with the pawn, then you can take this, and we take this d7 pawn. d7 bishop, I mean. Leading to a pretty solid advantage. If we take with the queen, he can take our knight, and then we don't have any sort of attack after that. So I'm going to take this way. All right, guys. So I know that we try to get to 2088, but I think we're running a little bit short on time here. I didn't want this video to go too long. So what we're going to do is create a part 2 of this video and go ahead and continue it from here. Thank you guys again. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you in the second part of this video. Thank you and take care. Rafi Chowdhury signing out from Lichess.